Yeah.
What are they doing? They're renovating.
Yeah.
Renovating the two posts, are
Actually, there's three. There's
Oh, right. Cool.
one. Can you see the three or not in this? One there. Yeah, there's one. See behind this, in front of the scaffolding. There's another one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, there's one inside the scaffolding, is there?
There's one inside the scaffolding, one in
Okay. Yeah,
front of
right.
it.
Okay,
So
good.
there's actually three of them.
Okay,
I
nice.
did put a picture on Facebook
Yeah,
of
I
the.
did have a,
Yeah,
I did a quick skim through Facebook before coming on.
yeah. But yeah, they're pylons. They were so
Hmm. Yeah.
not very exciting.
Wait. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
excuse me. Not very exciting, but that's about all that's left now.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many million people have said that over the years, eh?
Oh yeah.
What a shame. Oh.
I suppose we're the last generation of world now because after us, nobody would have remembered it.
No, 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 no,
So
at all, would
there's nothing for them. I mean, out of all the things they could have done in Swansea, that's the one
I? Yeah.
thing sure would have made money, and they decided,
But that,
with
can you
their
imagine that
wisdom,
now? Hey,
not to.
Gary, all right?
Yeah.
Imagine that now, man. How much? Hey, Biscuit, all right? We're talking about the Mumbles train.
No,
No, no, but imagine how much it would be bringing in now. I think it would be, quite financially stable, wouldn't it?
it wouldn't be
Wouldn't be
stable.
able
I'd
to
be
afford
throwing
to go on
stones.
it.
Huh?
I'd be throwing stones at it. You'd be going past my.
No comment, Michael?
No, no, I thought Whiskey would say something, so I couldn't quiet. No, yeah, we've been moving I think lots of people in, if nothing else.
What do you think of putting a little motorized one down,
Well, that's not
going
what.
in with painted in rails, eh,
They got that boxy train. That's all right.
Tractor.
That's what I'm talking about, shit.
It's a bit strange, all those things that tourists, they put those things like the arena would bring somebody in perhaps for a night, maybe, but not for, they won't come miles, I wouldn't have thought. But they probably may come from up to Cardiff and come into Swansea, then go home again. So all it does, it brings more traffic. It doesn't really sort of add to the coffers of Swansea.
But when you think about it, in the heyday of Mumbles, so they say, and in the late 50s, 60s, and 70s, well, not so much the 70s, but the 60s, everybody used to take the train, didn't they? The Mumbles
Oh,
train.
yeah.
Yeah, but what was the biggest thing that dragged everybody into Mumbles? To start with, it was when it had Sunday opening, and it was the pubs. Everybody used to come down here to go to the pubs.
Is that right?
Mumbles be brilliant.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've learned something tonight. Thank you, Gary.
That was, but you obviously it wasn't put in for that. That's just was a byproduct, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this the probably, and it probably still would be used by people if someone was there now. Everybody keeps telling me you can't hark back to the past all the time.
Oh, you can't, can you?
I'm waiting for the monorail to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good.
You'll be able to see under that, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I know.
of a train, it's lovely.
Uh,
So silent, and you can't see it coming or hear it come in. Great.
They have all sorts of wild and wonderful. I seen a lovely drawing the other day of St Helens Road with all sort of trees and benches and all looked lovely.
Yeah, you're never going to get back to those sort of days, though, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the picture, the artist's impression? It looks really nice. And I went down there the other day, and I don't know, maybe they're in a different land to me. They're a different world. It's all sort of curry shops and Indian. No, this is all takeaways or sort of foodstuffs, continental foodstuffs
And
in there and Brennymore Road now.
two of the churches, Moss,
Hairdressers. It's those foreign hairdressers, Oriental food shops of some description, and sort of cafes and restaurants. It's tat, really, isn't it?
I don't know. There's two. Well, there must be there must be 8 hairdressers between the bottom of Brennymore Hill going sort of around to before you get to the YMCA.
Yeah.
And then you get into 50 yards further on, you have about another 8, don't you? Around the arcade.
No, but estate agents. You got many estate agents?
Estate agents, no, hairdressers. We've got loads of them.
Yeah.
Over here, it's estate agents.
The majority of shops now are either hairdressers or tattoo parlors.
Yeah.
well, what's the latest bout of shops that are closing down in the city centre? Do they a bit? Because is it Primark's going out as well? Marks and Spencer's straight in the back of that. There just won't be any shops in Swansea.
No.
Nothing at all.
Well,
Well, why would you want to go into Swansea shopping? Well, you can go to Cardiff or Cardiff, where they've got all the shops. Well, certainly Carmarthen's got most of the shops, and Cardiff's got all the shops. You wouldn't want to come to Swansea. It's just nothing in Swansea.
No, absolutely nothing.
Can't even buy an Islands pie.
No. It's
Or a Reed's pie.
no.
We won't mention Saunders then.
Is Davis still going in the Mumbles?
Yeah, but it's under new owners now. It's not the Davis family.
absolutely shite. I went there for a cup of coffee and a piece of toast. The coffee was like, I don't know what coffee it was. And the toast was the white bread with bloody margarine on it. I said, what? You got to be joking. I didn't eat the toast and I left after coffee. Just walked out. I couldn't even be bothered telling him it was shite. Just won't bother going there again.
Yeah.
How are they
But really,
I honestly believe that their quality is going down. I mean, I noticed somebody got put past the other day and the pastry was quite thick on it than the normal sort of stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they'll find that if they do that, they'll cook slowly go out. But at the moment, they're lucky. They got all the building going on around it, all the workers, Knights Brown, like they've got about 100 people there, so they use it. But once they're gone, they'll be struggling, I reckon.
Well,
is that correct?
I didn't realise that. But Davises have sold up, have they?
Yeah, must be about a year ago now. I think it was 2 sisters. I can't remember their names.
Oh, Davis and Bakers.
Yeah.
But only the shop in the Mumbles or the one in the market as well?
I'm not sure about them. I thought it was all of them, but definitely the one in Mumbles.
There's no one in Sketty.
Because they've still got one. There's still
Right.
one. Well, it's called Davis Bakers on Gorse Avenue. We've got the one, obviously the big one, the first one in the market. Trying to think of.
I think there was 4. But I think it
Well,
was,
it's one in Sketty.
is there
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the one
one in Calais?
opposite where the Odeon was.
Opposite the audience.
Corner.
Yeah.
The
So-
funny thing is about them is that the difference, considering it's the same, it was the same family, but the difference in price for the same thing between shops was quite surprising.
Right. More expensive in Mumbles?
What? So the one in Mumbles, are they all going in, or just the one in Mumbles on the corner? Well, our representative has gone now. He's gone back to the oil fields.
Yeah.
He's backstage.
Where can they? Texas, drilling for oil in Mumbles. That's where they are.
What's the towers for then, Mike?
It's
I
the
take it
it's the pylons from the Mumbles train. They used to have cross members on them as well that used to supply the power to the tops of the train.
Well, that's an old photo, is it?
No, that's
No,
a
that's
new.
what they're doing. I thought that. Now that's what they're doing now. I only
No.
noticed it when Michael put it up.
It's, to be honest, it's not that at all. They're trying to keep people out of the Mumbles, so they're going to put 2 machine gunners up for that one and not for the other one. Roll them down as they get to the car park. They were going to rip them down, but that's the only thing left of the Mumbles train.
And barbed wire on.
Yeah, so they're just going to basically refurbish them, and they're going to be a living museum, I suppose they call it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know. I mean, they don't mean much to anything. I'd prefer if they put a bit of railway track down personally, but there you go. If they put a railway track in the tarmac, it would let people know what it was all about.
Yeah, I remember that, because didn't it? But where the cobbles, I can remember when the cobbles were in the square, and the buses used to stop. Was there a bit of railway track left?
Yeah.
When it was cobbles.
Yeah, there was quite a lot left, actually, both sides. Then they covered it for the buses, didn't they? But the cobbles are still there. Just that they're about 6 inches tarmac on top of them.
Yeah.
So.
Dig down and put a glass top on it, so you can see them.
But it was funny, really. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I took some pictures of the tree that blew down in the Crazy Golf course. And when you look at it, it's all big rocks underneath it. Now, if you remember, that bit was reclaimed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know why the big rocks were there. I mean, unless it was there as a base for something else they had there before, it is what it is now. Like, I remember somebody said it was a figure eight somewhere.
Well, wouldn't that bit of land be part of the extremities of the reclaiming? Because opposite, where that tree is, that's just about, that was sea going way back, wasn't it? That was the little inner thing where the skips used to park, wasn't it? The boats.
Yeah, that was sea before.
It's Horsepool Lane.
Yeah, so
Horsepool or something like that. It's called, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. So those rocks could have been part and parcel of the initial kind of boundary line between the land and the sea, and then moved around a bit when they filled it in or whatever.
Could have been, yeah. Oh, it could be anything, but you just wonder now, should they be looking to see what they were?
Probably when they got the rocks from the cliffs behind, didn't they? From the other side.
Almost certainly.
They dropped them in the sea. Just out they went.
Yeah, well, I don't know. This is a bit strange. There are oyster shells there as well with it. So
didn't they used to have a sort of a sea wall there for the Horsepool there? Didn't I seem to remember there was some stones or something there. I'm sure. Yeah, I've got some old photos before they did the fill in. Yeah, I'm sure there's some around about that area. There's got to be some stones there.
Yeah.
They put a little wall in when they put the road in. So you're talking probably 1700s or something. But I think it was just a dry stone wall.
Yeah.
But it was just interested in these stones were there. So I just found it a bit difficult to find the big boulders there. I thought it would be sort of shingle or something.
Frozen Sam.
I wonder.
Just a bit of a recap. Bit of a recap on that. Go on, Andrew.
Oh, sorry. I just wonder. We seem to get more floods now, which I think follows on from the fact that that they don't seem to maintain the drains as much, and I wonder with the amount of storms we seem to get nowadays, have the average amount of trees gone up as well, because they don't seem to maintain the trees either.
They're all old trees, Andrew. And they're coming to the end of their life, and there's a lot of them in Swansea.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
haven't planted many new ones over the last 50 years.
yeah.
They were all planted around the same time, weren't they? Sort of around 100 years ago-ish.
Yeah, remember the promenade down in front of the wreck there and all that? With all the, was it elm trees, isn't it? Because they had the Dutch elm disease.
Well, funny enough,
Look how they've grown back now, you know, they planted new ones.
all the trees along the front there look a bit rough at the moment.
Like-
You know, like where the wreck was.
Because
but
when are the insurance companies, you know, like if you sort of said, or you said to your insurance company, my fence is blown down in Storm Dara, would they could likely say, oh, well, we estimate it's like 30 years old. It was probably due to come down anyway, so we're not paying you.
yeah.
So
Wouldn't pay you anyway, because most insurance companies don't cover sheds and fences.
Yeah.
right, but so what happens when the tree falls down and crashes your car or damages your house? Are the insurance company going to say, well, that tree hasn't been maintained and it should
Yeah.
have been cut down years ago?
Yeah.
Your insurance, your personal insurance to cover it. Because you're
So if I
covered
go-
by,
This tree, you covered. But if it's your tree, you have a responsibility to check your tree and its condition
Right,
on a
yeah,
regular basis.
yeah.
Like, go out every morning, give it a hug. Tell it,
Hmm.
But I got
So if
a
somebody else's
massive
tree falls on your
sycamore. I got a massive sycamore at the back of us, and it's not for the want of asking the council to come and do something with it. But they won't. They basically won't, and they'll just. It's cheaper to deal with the aftermath of when it comes down, whatever damage it does, than to
It
maintain
kills
them.
somebody,
Right?
is it?
Pardon?
Not if it kills somebody.
No, exactly. Well, there's
Is
what's
it
died
down
yesterday?
is it down to whose land the tree is on?
Yeah.
So the sycamore at the back of your house, Biscuit, whose land is it on?
It's on council land. It's on the road side of the road.
Oh, it's
But
council
it's
land.
debatable
Right,
if it
council.
came down whether it would reach my house or not.
I think, wouldn't they use act of God excuse?
They used to, they can't
Yeah,
anymore.
get Billy Connolly on them.
Yeah.
Sue
But
God.
all the council's got to do then is say they're atheist, and and they're going to pay out.
Do you remember the Billy Connolly film? The man who sued God.
cracking up, son.
Remember that? He was a fisherman somewhere, and a storm took his boat, the whole thing, and he went, and in the end he went to the Pope, and he went to court, and he sued God via
Oh, yeah,
the Catholic Church.
I do remember that. Yeah,
It was this sort of a black comedy, whatever you call it, you know.
yeah.
Good film. So you know that the tree that bottom of Glanmore Park Road. I saw the point there where it landed on the Mercedes, and there
Yeah.
was a quote on social media: "The guy won't be able to claim because it's
Yeah, you can claim
act
because
of God or something." Have you?
councils have to maintain their trees, but they don't. As you said, they just take out insurance payout.
Is it?
You know, they don't insure every tree. They take out a policy for all sorts of things. They'll say, well, on average, one tree every 5 years will crash on somebody. So they take out a policy covering one claim for every
yeah.
year. Reduces their premiums. So when it does happen, they don't mind.
Hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of the trees that have fallen down, and it's shown them, and the comments have been, everybody is really surprised how little root there is underneath the tree, and that's where the tree is dried up down below, isn't it? You know, like that one in Glanmore Park Road that's toppled over, and you look at the roots, and there is hardly any roots there.
Yeah. Well, they're old trees. They're dying. You know, they've gone past
Yeah.
the sell date. There's
Right.
no reason to
Is-
extend. You know.
the trees they planted.
So
lots
will
of,
a
London
tree
planes at the
then,
moment,
does
don't
it,
Hang about. Go Mike first.
they? I said they planted a lot of London planes at the moment that have very little roots to them. So that's why they plant them, isn't it? So they have a lot of leaves and not much root. So
Yeah, the
it
fall-
doesn't destroy the roads.
Yeah.
So in big storms, I imagine once they get fully grown, they'll be a bit
Maybe the
under
first go,
threat.
wouldn't I?
You're saying, Sam?
no, I've actually done out from I think I'm down at Kim's, and I'm in one of the rooms, and my speech and your speech is actually making and breaking, and I think I'm a little bit too far away from a router.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah. It is cracking up a bit, yeah.
My last about the Oh, Michael, what I remember, did I forget? And did you go ahead with the ghost thing on Friday?
Yes.
Right, you just pulled that, you just managed to do it before the weather turned, did it?
Yeah, we had a window of opportunity that we took.
And shut it very
Yeah,
quickly
I had it
after.
in my diary.
It was fine. We had a bit of rain, a bit of wind,
I
but
had a funny
it
feeling
all-
it was one day next week. But it was Friday. I saw a picture.
you perhaps you think of the carols.
You know what?
The carols. That's next Saturday.
No. I saw a picture of you all standing on the glass thing.
Yeah,
ghost tour.
That was last Friday, but I think maybe your dates are getting confused. You're thinking of next Saturday, which is the carols.
Right. Oh no, I did because I put it down for one of the ghost things, which was the second one. But of course, you've broken up, Sam, so we can't hear you. So I carry on talking.
Move closer to the router.
Yeah, Gary, I did
Freddie,
ask
you've gone.
about.
Sorry,
I did ask about your ball.
ball.
Yeah, I got a bloke.
I will. I'll move it. I'll move into the other room now.
The metal detectorists I saw said they think it is a musket ball, but there's another guy they want to ask to examine it because they thought it was a bit too round. But they said it does look very similar to what they got.
You can have it for your museum in that case.
Come in there.
Find that, Gary. Where do you find that, Gary?
No, I shut this door and it's just open.
If you stand by the
Is it all
front gates of the castle,
Yeah.
looking towards the pier, down to your left-hand corner of the top of the hill. So they, wherever it was shooting across the top of the hill into the bank.
As I said, they did have musket practice up there, so it's very likely that there are musket balls around. You wouldn't have got them back.
It was in this big white lump that looked like a bloke's head, though. What should I do with that?
And the other bones all around it.
And the other bones, yeah.
Yeah, I was doing that. Yeah. Just bury them. The foxes will have them.
Yeah, you can have that for your museum.
Okay, thank you. I will find out though. They'll probably know who fired it, when, and from what sort of gun.
and what trajectory, and
what do you have for breakfast?
And what it shade off.
Yeah. And what they don't know, they'll make up.
Yeah.
Ad lib. Wing it.
So, anybody been in swimming?
Yeah, I went down Langland, but I had to leg it a bit quick because I saw a lot of yellow high-vis jackets coming towards me. So there's you, everybody saying stay safe. And what does our roving reporter do? Leg it round to every potential dangerous place to snap the action.
But it was after 11 o'clock when the warnings were supposed to be changed into a red warning from an amber or an amber to something.
Yes,
I don't believe these warnings. I got to admit, I get into a lot of trouble with the missus over it. Every time I've heard a warning, it hasn't transpired. I mean, this one was a bit windy, but I'm sure I've been to school in worse winds than that.
I don't. Well, I haven't. I can tell you that where we are.
Well, maybe it was just here. It was.
Well,
It was
sheltered
like,
him,
we got no fences down around here. There's a couple of trees down around, or bushes really, but nothing.
Very, very sheltered there from most.
Yeah.
You lived a very sheltered life, Michael.
I certainly do. But well, as you know, I had a little drive around. I only found 2 little trees that were down, and they were little trees.
I woke up.
I would have said it was the wind sounded a lot different to most times when we've had a storm. I would have said that it was a bad one.
It was. It ripped my sky dish off the wall. I didn't know what it was. So when I had to go out and try and find out what the noise was, because it was banging, tremendous banging, and discovered it was the sky dish whipping around and bashing on the top of the roof over the bay window. Right.
I suppose perhaps it was because the wind was from a different direction.
We're exploding, Gavin. That's the trouble. You know, it's very intense.
Because of the parabolic shape on the sky dishes, you only need a slight breeze directly on them. The pressure on them is immense.
And it was on the corner of the house as well, so it's got the wind coming around the corner of the house. Yeah.
When I went back to my place from Kim's, and I rang up my next door neighbour to see, can you have a look out? How's it going? My tree at the back. He said, oh, it's all looking okay. But when I got home, he's got a little pergola affair at the rear of his house, and he lost a sheet or so of corrugated plastic. It was all in my garden, broken up in pieces, you know. Yeah.
Well, we got 3 horse shelters. One of them is 16 foot by 10 foot, and that has rolled over down the field. And these things are heavy. You know, it's a totally very solid wooden structure.
Well, talk about heavy things. Just as I was coming to must have been about 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe 6 or 7. I heard this thud. I thought, what's that? Later on in the day, Kim has got some really heavy plant pots, you know, this sort of size. And one of them had a lightweight plant in it. But the wind must have just caught the gust of the foliage at the top of the plant and rolled this great big plant pot over a ledge, crashed down on the thing and smashed into pieces. Really big, heavy pot, you know, and you wouldn't have think the wind would have got a purchase on it, you know, rounded edges and all that, you know, but it went.
Our garden was rearranged. Stuff was blown around.
What? We didn't put those tables and chairs there.
The house opposite had quite a large area, roof tiles ripped off.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, a friend of mine, he put a little post up this morning. He said, anybody know of anybody with a drone? Because I got a couple of tiles come off my roof, but I can't see where they've come from. I thought of you, but I think somebody had been in touch with him.
If anybody needs looking at it, it's most roofs, you can see what the damage is. It's only when you can't see what the damage is. I can look out. Is there power down there?
I was well pissed off today. It's supposed to be a huge swell still with offshore winds, okay? And the swell is just gone.
It's northerly wind now, isn't it?
Did you have any breezes down there, Con?
No, a little south,
Little whisper.
little whistle. No, it did blow a bit, but not really. It was further up north, wasn't it? I watched some videos of Cornwall, and that seems to have got hit a bit. But what's it called, Dragsea or something? What's
Dara, like
Dara. Okay, yeah.
DARRAGH.
The first time I heard of it was today when I got a notification from a site down in Cornwall.
Hey, Michael, I noticed from your pictures, the ones you took, Bracelet Bay, looking across to the lighthouse, there were quite a lot of people on the beach there, obviously waiting to snap the waves going up just there.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it was full.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were all. Yeah, some were taking pictures. I don't know what they were all doing there. There was loads of dog walkers at Langland,
Yeah.
actually. But
What with really long leads,
well,
flying dogs.
Some of the dogs were flying, but yeah, people around there. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing really. Some were taking photos, some were just standing there.
Admiring the beauty of nature.
What time is the number 14 bus on?
No, I don't know if there is a number 14 bus anymore.
It's a debate, it seems to be, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just looking to see what the wind speed was at Mumbles during the storm, but the nearest I got, somebody said it was 80 miles an hour, that's not high. I would have thought it would be much more than that.
There was an interesting little humorous piece that Badger put up just a couple of days ago when all the winds were coming in. You know, Andy Miles, Badger, you know, lifeboat. Do you know what I mean? Are you aware?
Yeah, I didn't see his post.
Yeah, and it was good. It was just saying about all the weather reports, and then all the companies insist on sending somebody out in the middle of the storm to show us what it's like. At the same time saying stay indoors.
Yeah.
This is rain. This is a strong wind, look. I'm standing here filming it for you.
Wasn't there quite a famous one was it Porthcawl, where they were throwing water so they would sort of go past them, and in one of the things they throw it and the fish was in there or something, and the fish hit them on the head. They were getting water from the sea and just throwing it up so it made it look sort of, really bad weather.
Yeah.
They don't always tell the truth, these reports.
I tell you what,
No.
I missed the second photo opportunity. You know that one you said about the lesser spotted something chasing me up the beach, Michael?
Oh yeah.
And it was my synchronized swimmers.
I didn't realise that till I had to look back at your post to see what you were talking about.
But there was another one. I wish I got it. Was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, but down there, just in the south end, just off from the front of Erdy's there, I could see these couple of guys looking out at sea. I thought, what are they looking at? Well, they were only glancing really, but when I gazed out, it would have been a dead ringer for Loch Ness Monsters Got Lost. Because there was this, obviously, a log just bouncing along, semi-submerged. And the three bits that were poking up now and then, one looked like a kind of a head figure, just like that. And then another bit was like a bump in the middle of the body, and another bit right at the end. So it must have been about 10, 15 feet long. And I thought, oh, shall I go and get a picky of it? And I walked past, but I wish I
started a sensation, Sam, the monster of Mumbles.
Yeah, there's quite trees in the water in front of me now.
Where did they come from?
Up the river.
There seems to be loads of them at the moment. Like
up the what's the river? The Towie.
Yeah.
And then they come down into the bay and pick up the currents and just get trundled around then.
Mm-hmm.
Can they get out of the docks then?
Yeah, it'll go over the wharf.
Yeah.
Oh, it just come down to 7, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah, same thing.
There's a heck of a lot of them lately, isn't there? On every beach. You see
great firewood.
All descriptions.
They're not great firewood, Con, because they absolutely saturated. You take you probably take 4 years to dry them out.
Right.
There was one about 2 years ago, washed up right at the bottom slip on the Nab where they launched the jet skis and things, and it was a huge piece, and it sat there for a couple of weeks, and I had a picture of it at one point, and I called it what was it called now? What did I call it? A sea dog or something? Drift dog, drift wolf. That's right. Because it looked like at an angle. I took a picture of it a couple of times, and it had legs, a head, really weird looking. But over the coming weeks, bits were getting cut off it, and I think sort of wood people were coming down and hacking a bit off, because underneath it all, I think it was a kind of a red oak or something. It was quite a nice timber, and it ended up it was just a big stump then, like a torso. About
Well, that's the thing. Years ago, people used to me.
ventriloquism. That's
Like,
good. That's good. You can see your lips good.
God,
Your screen biscuit.
I don't know. It's just gone. I don't know what's happened. I haven't done anything. But start video.
But you.
Fade into the trees
My
now.
camera seems to have gone off. Or I know what it may be. Yeah, people years ago, I know my father-in-law used to go down to Swansea Bay picking up driftwood for the fire. But of course, people don't anymore, do they?
Not many people got fires, have they?
No, exactly.
The
So
thing is, you can use the driftwood, but modern wood burning fires have got a stainless steel flue. And what happens is if you burn the driftwood, it's got a high content of salt in it.
Yeah, spit
It
like
corrodes it to the stainless steel, and you'll end up with a perforated flue pipe and have to renew your flue pipe.
and you don't want that. It hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
You get a hole in your flue pipe, it can be very painful.
Yeah,
hmm.
I've had stitches for that.
You see some of the driftwood, the stuff that's been in there for a long time, and it's really rounded off and curved, and all the bark's gone. And you get the crafters sometimes then turn them into frames for pictures and chairs and things, which is quite nice.
Are you in the bathroom, Sam?
Pardon?
Are you in the bathroom?
No, I'm in the kitchen.
Well,
I'm playing this radiator because it's right next to the router.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm making sense. No, I'm sitting. There's a little stool in the corner of the kitchen, and the radiator is nice and warm, so I'm quite comfortable.
Because if you were down the bog, I wasn't going to talk to you. I couldn't do that.
No, not the bathroom. No.
I used to keep driftwood for my nephew, and he used to take it. He got a shop near Wimbledon, and he put it on a wooden base, just stick it in there, polish it, varnish it, or dye it, and 70, 80 quid,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got the time, and it's like a lot of things, you see something and you say, "God, I can make one of those," or "I could do that. That's a good idea." But once you decide on something, you have to set aside some time in your life to actually do it. And what you manifest then, you think, how long has it taken me to actually get to this point? Excuse me. Please. And so there were a number of things. For instance, like when I had still got a lot of thousands of records, 45.